Yo, what is up, gamers? Today I just wanted to pump out a quick guide about how to make sure you're picking the best item on a week-by-week basis from your Great Vault. If you're not aware with how the Great Vault works, it's basically bad luck protection from playing different avenues of the game, whether it's world content, delves, now praise, raids, M+, etc. And it gives you an item every week. And if you play enough of the game, sometimes you can have multiple good options. Like you can have some pieces from heroic raid and some pieces from M plus, and oh, I got a myth slot here and a myth slot here. What's better? What's going to benefit my character the most in the long term, not just the short term, etc. So that's what I want to show you guys today. Right now I'm on my warlock. I only did normal raid this week. So I did not have the craziest vault, but I'm going to show you two good ways to make sure that you pick the best option for no matter what content you play, etc. You can see in this one, the middle is an offhand. I don't need that. But this necklace is very good, and this trinket is also very good. So here, I'd be in a little bit of a pickle, and I'd be like, huh, what should I take? Well, if you guys remember the last video on how to sim, we're going to type /simc in whatever talent set we're in. For this video, we're just going to do it as demo, the talents we're currently on. You will have to, if you play other specs like Affliction and Destruction, like on a multi DPS spec level, you will have to do individual sims for each and make the best decision depending on what you plan to play in the long term. But let me pull it up and I'll give you guys two methods to make sure that you guys are doing this. There you go. It should be up on the screen. When we get to the Raidbots website, there's two ways again. We could either use Droptimizer, which is going to be fast, and especially if you only play, like, if you're the kind of player to only play one form of content, like you don't do M plus and raid, you just do M plus or raid, or Top Gear. So there's going to be multiple ways to do this. Droptimizer is going to be very fast. You're just going to paste your SimC code from in-game. And then since our pieces are from raids, we're going to do season 1 raids, but you could also do, where is it, Mythic Plus. You could choose what item it is. Most people should be filling their vaults with 10s to get the myth slot. For raids, you should be, depending on the difficulty, to make sure they're all even. You want to make sure they're all upgraded to 6 of 6, because that's what you should be doing anyways. So if I were to just go off of this data, for my current vault, I do have 3 just normal raid items. I could just use my SimC on raid bots and say, here's Gaze if I upgrade it fully, and here's the necklace that I got. Cool, yo. Another thing that I've noticed, guys, is make sure that these are unchecked. I believe that this, I could be wrong, but I believe that this does not have an effect in raid if these are checked. The way the upgrade track reads, it looks like they only affect outdoor content. And if you leave these boxes checked, they will cause this trinket to over-simulate, meaning it would look better than it currently is. So here we would just run the Droptimizer, and then just spinny, whether you have premium or not. This is a free service. While this is running, I'll show you guys how to use Top Gear. It looks like they made it a little bit more accessible from how it was before. It's definitely a lot more. You can look at all this stuff, but we're not going to worry about this. We're going to scroll down. How it's more accessible, you used to have to type in item names here and add them below and then do it, and then select the item level, etc. It looks like now they just added whatever you have in your Great Vault, which is amazing, guys. So here, you just click them. And this one we're not going to take. So we're just comparing these two, right? These show you all your available enchants. If you have them, cool. I have the Acuity on. I'm not going to select any of the other ones because that's not what we're looking for. You can select your talents. Like right now I'm on demo. It's showing my affliction loadout, so I'll go to demo just for continuity's sake. We're going to select these. It has a little GV on the side. And then this takes a little bit longer to run. You could also sim it against other talent sets, but it can't be different specs, which is a little annoying. And you leave this all the same again. Just please make sure these are unchecked. For some reason, they do check these by default. This upgrade path is something you would have to do on every character, and again, I believe it only works outside in the Voidstorm because of how it's worded. So we're gonna run this as well. And then I'll go over just QE Live as well to not leave out the healer friends. This is running, this is going, and I'll just do a quick overview of this. I do not have a vault on this tune, but if we were looking at QE Live, I both play Disc and Holy, so I would have to run separate sims. You could either use Top Gear or Upgrade Finder. Again, it depends what you're doing. Top Gear would be the best way if you're doing M+ and Raid. You would just type in an item name, like let's say I wanted to do the Gaze of the Allenseer at, now it would let me pick an eye level, let's say 263, without a tertii. So then you could add it, and then it'll pop up. Where'd that thing go? So, there it is. Yeah, it shows right here. So it'll show you the drop down, and then you could like sim your trinkets against it, or even you could add as many pieces as you want at the eye level, whatever you want. But just make sure that it's usually max, like 6 of 6 champion, 6 of 6 heroic, 6 of 6 mythic, etc. And then we'll just run this just to show. It's showing that with this trinket combo, this is my main trinket combo. This is fine. Your top alternative is very close in value, yeah. So it's saying I can either do this or this, but I lose like 0.10 on the Allenseer. But if it was a bigger increase, of course we would want to like change some stuff around. Anyways, so now we're going to look at this. So this is the drop demiser now that it's done for DPS. We're just going to be looking for the pieces that are specifically out of the vault that we have. So again, guys, we have the Eternal Voidsong Chain and the Gaze of the Allenseer, right? So on demo specifically, it's showing that the Gaze of the Allenseer would be a 1.1% increase, and the Eternal Voidsong Chain would be a 1.4% increase. You could also see the exact numbers over here. It's a 974 DPS increase. It just derped out on me. This one, it also shows for rings and trinkets. It also does show like number 1, number 2. That's pretty self-explanatory. Trinket 1, Trinket 2. So it's telling me to switch out Trinket 2. I've ran other sims, so I know I'm already going to take the Gaze because it's very good on the other specs that I play. Even though this is a bit of a bigger upgrade, this is the clear move for making sure I'm playing other specs as well. But it was close. Here on the Top Gear sim, this is going to show the exact DPS increases of changing those specific pieces of gear. And then again, guys, if you want to sim a different spec, you do have to run a separate one. And it does take a little longer. But again, Raidbots did make it a little bit easier. So it's showing that this, instead of the current necklace I have, is a 990 DPS increase versus derped down on me again. Versus this is a 588 DPS increase for replacing the Crucible. And it's telling me not to replace the Feather because that's a DPS loss, right? So that's how you read that. And that's going to be pretty much all I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any questions, of course, always just ask below. I hope you guys have great luck in your next vault. We're about to go and get our second vault in... We got Monday and then Tuesday of the day of this video is being recorded. So I wish you guys luck on the vault, and happy gaming.